playoff football Saturday.
Julian's getting a lot of respect now. He must be threatening NBA royalty.
Edwards puts it down. Kind of came alive in the second.
Yeah.
The Spurs allowed him to feel more comfortable in the second half.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, they were dead in the water in that game, and we just gave them life.
Edwards flies in and dunks it. Edwards gets a step. The double comes. Edwards looking for a call and just really looking at Jason Goebel, asking where was the call. Fades away and still hits it. And has something to say. And a technical foul handed out by Jason Goebel.
Making demonstrative drives to the basket.
Edwards, the turnaround jumper. Another offensive rebound on this possession. Edwards again. Met by two defenders. Clark back out. Edwards for three.
That's communication there. You can't leave Anthony Edwards. Two guys go to stop the basketball and you leave.
Randall looking for help. McDaniel, shot clock at 7. Edwards dancing on Fox, fades away and hits it again.
Oh, he's a world-class shot maker.
Track with the Timberwolves.
Nobody realized he was one-on-one there against McDaniels once he caught the ball in the open court.
That was pretty from Edwards.
Dude, you want to finish off this half in style. Maybe sow some seeds of doubt. And
where he was 14 years old. I mean, he is still learning the game.
Absolutely.
And then Edwards cans it.
Absolutely.
And then Edwards cans it. Edwards for three. Timberwolves lost to the Houston Rockets in a close battle down the stretch. Edwards flying in again. He's got a game-high 24 points. He's made 10 shots tonight. Edwards makes it 11.
It's off arm out. If anything, it's a little bit of talking. I don't think they're trash talking each other.
No. Edwards got it on the run and scores. Wow. He's got a 30-piece.
The Milwaukee Bucks. He makes an up and under from the free throw line. He can sometimes easily dunk that ball. His strides are so long.
It's always fun when that happens. Edwards has 33 points, the most he has scored. Loose ball, Randall. Edwards thought about it and hits it, and he's at 36 points. And he is getting loud. Stuck on the baseline, stuck in the paint as well. Got out of it, and Harper went up for the dunk, but got stripped. Now up to Edwards. Edwards with an easy do. And it's a 3-point game. Edwards for the tie. Fox into the backcourt. Edwards rising again and hitting again.
So right now, the only thing you can do with him is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Shy of 10 again. Now Edwards back at the free throw line. 7th in the NBA in scoring. Try to lead his team back to the Western Conference Finals. He ties the game up at 108. Now Minnesota looks for the lead. And Edwards gives it to him. He's got 48 points, their first lead. Edwards, and he's got 51 points. Conley, Edwards against Fox, checks his feet, fades, and he hits a three. Edwards with 54, a new career high.
Well, you got to try to foul again on the inbound.
First one good from Edwards.
Incredible touch.
Chris Finch was telling us, the head coach of Minnesota, that's been the difference in this 10 out of 12 has been how he has led that defense as Ant-Man Edwards. And he's also been tasked with playing point guard duties as well. He'll go off ball. Here's Edwards behind the screen, trailing the three, and the first lead for the Timberwolves early.
So good in the slot.
When you play 82 games in an NBA season.
It is, and you're constantly reinventing yourself when you have the many injuries like they've had. And the great
That's life, though, when you play 82 games in an NBA season.
It is, and you're constantly reinventing yourself when you have the many injuries like they've had.
Here's Joker, another great pass. Jones in traffic, couldn't finish. Anthony Edwards, 8 points working, make it 10 in the first quarter for the Ant-Man. 7-0 Denver run. The Joker with a dozen. Anthony Edwards' shot looks sweet tonight. Edwards, oh, pretty move on the up and under layup. Of injuries, Minnesota have been getting healthier. Jaden McDaniels coming back. As Anthony Edwards hits the first of two to Houston, so 2 of the top 4 in the West closing out this Christmas Thursday. First point since the first quarter.
Really struggled, 1 of 13 from the three-point line the last 4 games.
Clinched a playoff berth, still hope for the NFC #1 seed. They'll need to win out, get help, so it's a crucial one in Atlanta.
Finch was talking to us about Jamal Murray and was really like, this guy is the key, man. He is the difference maker. He is playing great basketball right now.
Bruce Brown unable to convert there, and Edwards, as aggressive as he's looked against Phoenix, he may not need that here. Jokic and Murray have combined for 62 points tonight. That's 8 over their average. Anthony Edwards. Big hit for Jokic before the timeout. Does Minnesota have an answer? Behind the screen, Edwards with a 3. 4 fouls in the quarter. Here's a step back. Murray missed the 3. He wanted a foul called for landing in the zone.
Yeah.
No whistle. Ant-Man attacks Joker and scores it on the layup. It's a 1-point game.
At the line with 3 free throws.
He is 6 of 8 at the line tonight. First one is good.
And you live with if he hits that if he hits that shot, you live with that.
Anthony Edwards, who had 14 first quarter.
And he's come alive in the 4th.
Correct myself, he had 28 points. This will make it 29. Jaden McDaniels will do the honors to get it in bounds. Gets it in, turning a 3 for the tie. Good! Anthony Edwards with 1.1 second to go in regulation. We're past 11 o'clock here in the Mountain Time Zone. 5 minutes to see if we can decide a winner to close Christmas. Edwards stays hot, using the glass to open overtime. Foul trouble, if you will. Gobert had 4 in the third quarter, still has 4. DiVincenzo with 4. McDaniels with 4 as Edwards hits the first of 2, and Peyton Watson's 4. Edwards' first 4 points of overtime. He had scored. 3 minutes to go and a chant of defense here at Ball Arena. But Anthony Edwards with a 3-pointer, matching the triple to tie it at the end of regulation. Denver had to use their last timeout for that challenge. Minnesota has 2 in their pocket. Anthony Edwards, the blow by the layup. It's good. And Edwards has 42 points. Some up 4. Clock starts. Edwards right to the rack with the flush. 25 seconds.
On the other side, Minnesota, they've got 9 field goals and 8 assists. This is what they need to do, continue to connect offensively. As you see, Anthony Edwards gets on the board with his first 3.
Shooting 40% from deep on the season on very good volume, about 8 attempts per game.
You have to classify shot blockers in the same class.
Edwards off the pin, got the foul on Jones, and 1. Anthony Edwards.
Think Kobe Bryant, think Michael Jordan, LeBron James. These guys, when the game gets tight late in the season, that's when they go to the post. It's harder to double team.
And it's shown up in his productivity in the mid-range this game and at the rim. Edwards says, why not me? Back to Edwards. Little show and go from 15, light work.
And that's the kill spot.
Yeah.
They want to take away your 3, you're shooting.
Well, guys, Julius Randle said he's become more of a connector. He's adjusted his mindset. He said with Ant playing more point guard this season, Randle said he's wired to score.
Off the DiVincenzo screen, has a mismatch in Bagley. Playing with his food out front. 3 ball is good.
He just throws it as high off the glass as he possibly can. That's a tough shot there by Chris Middleton.
Edwards, a contested 3. It doesn't matter for Ant-Man. Connects again.
It's now tied for 6th most 15-point quarters in the NBA with Tyrese Maxey, who we'll see coming up on Sunday.
Winning MVP honors in the All-Star game. I felt like there's...
Well, this is what we were talking about, consistency. When you look at the bad losses for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's not their offense. They've got 77 points.
Attempt to get into that low post area last couple of times. He scored a bucket. This time into the mid-range. Got it and one. Ant-Man in full effect.
But once he starts to get into that,
the culture there,
despite a lot of things going against them and energies that you can see in that organization.
And that's his new office on the block. Got the reverse. Edwards off the pin down. Couldn't get a clean catch. 10 on the shot clock for Edwards. On the cross and tween. Step back three. Got it.
Can you run an offense? Can you do something to get a good quality look?
And little machine gun dribble, pops clutch, lefty, got it! A miraculous lefty lay!
Younger, it's beautiful to watch, especially with Charles celebrating his 80th birthday.
Edwards off the window to the wall. Edwards time to work out for Ant-Man here. Piercing the paint and got the roll. Under 1.5 to go.
Minnesota using the clock.
Edwards on the blow-by, got to his kill spot.
The last time they played, and Jaren Jackson was fantastic in that game as well.
Edwards, nice little shoulder fake and got the deuce. Got it back with the hustle. Edwards now working on Wells, a solid defender. Edwards, turnaround, Jay, pure. Oh, that's filthy.
He's an excellent athlete. Never really got a chance to play in Dallas, but he's getting a chance to display his talents now.
Edwards for three.
It's quite a start for Anthony Edwards. And Walker Kessler and Jaren Jackson Jr., that's going to be some serious defense for that Utah Jazz team. It's going to be fascinating to watch them play.
Edwards drills it from deep. He's in double figures with...
They have 12 fast break points here in the first half.
We'll make it 14 as Edwards to the rack.
Yeah, 14.
Sizing up Coward, sees a double. Randall on the drive, back outside. Edwards for three, got it. Hand off to Edwards. Edwards. And the paint turnaround Jay is MJ-esque.
He got one free throw after that in the second quarter, but he's got 15 in the game, but he did most of his damage early as Ant gets loader inside.
That was... We're tied at 72. Turnover. DiVincenzo for Edwards. Got the lay. Edwards stops on a dime and drills the trifecta. Nasumu sizing up Jerome. Over to Edwards. Edwards step back trade. Money.
It's the thing of beauty, man. The way that he uses that trip.
Around a Randall screen. Fires. Cash. Inferior opponents. Looking for an exclamation point. Edwards. You gotta be kidding me.
Beat set and get it back.
Here's Edwards. A pump fake and a shot. What a stroke.
And everything.
Timberwolves in this quarter, 10 of 13. 7 of 7 on twos. 8 of 8 on twos. Ant. He's got 11. Golden State, number 3 in assists in the NBA. Richard defending Ant. And Edwards. Beautiful fadeaway. Just an elegant shot.
All NBA first team, but I think there's many more to come, and it's showing in what he's doing night in and night out.
Oh, what a shot! Edwards cans another one.
And Edwards relocating right in front of Chef Curry. Chef Curry just has to roll his eyes. Yeah, Steph Curry the entire league. It's tough for Golden State to double.
Look at Pete, the tenacity, the shot by Edwards. Oof. Wow, biggest lead for the Wolves tonight. Edwards the other way.
And not to put salt in the wound, but we got an Al Horford that didn't come back in as Ant gets to the...
Obviously there's frustration, but he said where we are at, we just need to get that spirit back and move forward. He noted we've responded well all year by not getting too high or too low. We have to channel that now.
We saw so many times Golden State's offense in the playoffs last year was throw the ball to Jimmy Butler in the mid-post as Anthony Edwards
stuck right with it.
Did you just see that?
Oh, look at that.
Did you just see that?
Chiseling, feeding. It's Ant into a couple, but he side swipes that defense and puts it in with a nifty move.
And they need every one of those free throws to stay in this game. They've done everything to claw their way back in.
Edwards delivers the triple.
And Anthony Edwards taking the brunt of the scoring load, wanting more, having the ball in his hands more, and it's on display today.
It's Edwards, it's a three, and it's right down the drain.
And there's nothing you can do about that. Right here, Anthony Edwards sizing him up, knocking it down, 4 of 7. Loading up on Anthony Edwards and making other guys make plays.
And somehow he gets it to go with an offhand.
Keeping Golden State within striking distance, but Anthony Edwards down.
Is just scratching the surface of what he'll be able to do offensively throughout his career.
Edwards takes him off the Gobert screen, eludes, gets some daylight, and he bags a 3.
Those drag screens, they've got 2 of the biggest human beings in the NBA.
Paints to be had.
He's fundamentally sound. He uses the jump stop and the pump fake in the same possession.
Edwards fades, high bank.
Chauncey Billups smartly getting him out in transition.
Tom, brilliant job. Appreciate that. Appreciate your work on the finder. We'll get into that a little bit later tonight. Sharp lowers the left shoulder, knocks Clark down. Now he goes at Reed. Clark recovers, jabs it away. Sharp recovers, sprawling out for it, but Conley scoops it up, and Edwards ends up with it and tortures a 3.
Everything we've seen so far from the Blazers defensively.
On top with 4 to shoot. Works Edwards, step back, good closeout. A vertical by Grant, a better shot.
Yep.
Edwards backing down on Sharp. Gave him the left shoulder, gives the another left shoulder. Fires one over Klingon, but a good second effort by Edwards with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Kamara working against his college teammate at Georgia. 5 minutes, 16 seconds, the fewest minutes of those 10. Here's Edwards into the lane. Being guarded by Kamara. He slides one up and in. The foul is on Toumani Kamara.
To be able to gain an advantage on Toumani. Because if you don't have all those things, then Toumani's going to take away your few straights, and then you have nowhere to really go.
Well, 4th in the league in scoring. Got a Holiday, tried to tip it outside, but it's knocked down by Minnesota, and Edwards cherry picking down the floor, and a nice pass out of backcourt. Alive, but Shannon defends and screens him away from the ball, and then Edwards the other way, slithers.
A hard hit, and the hope is that they see the payoff of this as the game wanes.
Angelica Thornton and Rhonda Shelby on K2 News this morning from 4:30 until 7. And just buy your guys more time for that 4th quarter, Lamar.
Yep.
Into the lane, Edwards. Step back. Got it. And Edwards into the pick by Shannon. Good hands by Shannon. Star coming out of Chicago. Coming over to help. Somebody loses a shoe. Out it comes to Edwards. Puts his shoulder to gain an advantage on Holiday and steers in a fallaway hopper. Covered by Kamara. McDaniels coming out to get him as Holiday. Edwards off the action of Gobert on Kamara, who's looking for a call and won't get it. Kamara will give Edwards to Grant. 6 to shoot. Edwards extends, creates space, and scores a 3. 13 to shoot, a differential of about 5 between the shot clock and game clock. And Edwards goes to work between the wickets. Step back, elevating up and in.
He was listed as questionable. Just their last game against Washington. Here is Edwards. Gobert stretched way outside. Good on-ball defense by Nick Richards. Edwards with the step through. Livers able to avoid the contact. Here's Edwards. Probing the defense, able to get right to the cup.
Open shots, because they do have to scramble.
And trying to split the double team. He does so and able to get right. Continue to implore all the other guys to remain confident in bringing the basketball up. As Edwards again.
He's the guy right now.
Edwards trying to answer. He does. On a back-to-back against Houston.
See if those free throws from Devin gets him some sort of rhythm.
Edwards knifing down the lane.
That's just too easy.
Randall up the floor. Edwards again. Had his sights set on a drive instead. Too strong. Edwards driving to the basket. Edwards and Randall have done the heavy lifting, in particular of late. Edwards glides inside, gets the finger roll. Here comes Edwards, a game-high 28. He is in his bag, as he indicates there with his 5th made 3 of the game. Had it knocked out of his hands. Another Phoenix turnover. Edwards on the crossover. Timeout Phoenix. Catching it, Booker on the offensive glass. Tied up inside, has it ripped from behind. Edwards on the drive. Suns nearly able to jam him up and get the steal, but instead, Ant-Man converts.
DeJounte Murray, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones all missed that game. The top 5 paid players on this roster as Anthony Edwards knocks down the 3.
Still doing whatever his team needs.
We need to do some deep dives on how many 38-year-old point guards that are 6'1" it lasted that long as Ant sticks it in reverse there.
Edwards slithering
to the game. And Alvarado is just such an important part of this.
Edwards knifing down the lane for 2. Gobert's going to go to the line.
How was that for video right there? I'm showing you.
Edwards on the drive, step through and the lane.
Edwards just sifting his way around the defense.
This Pelican squad has dropped 3 in a row. 12 of their last 13 as Edwards gets the hoop in the horn.
Ant's not going to be a bystander, that's for sure. He is going to.
Fears blocked by DiVincenzo. Edwards right down Bourbon Street, bucket and the foul.
He's a rim protector, and you see how Ant just gets through that little seam.
Multiple blue jerseys around him, turns, fades, can't hit. DiVincenzo the offensive rebound, deep corner. Edwards with the trifecta.
Left-handed finish.
Jim, they have a 50-30 advantage in paint points as Edwards continues to cook. He now has 22. Just pulled down his 9th rebound of the ball game.
Everybody fanned out to their guy, too. Didn't let him pass it to anybody. Ant's going to get another and one here. He came into the game with us to complete another one, so he'll have 13 if he gets this one to go. It was really smart. Who is the best and who's the worst?
Wolves running. Edwards stops for 3 and drills it. He's feeling it.
He's putting on the cape right now.
Only 1 turnover between both teams in that 3rd quarter. Wolves didn't have any. Pelicans had 1. Edwards for 3. He's got a 30-piece again. Edwards, 32 tonight. Faded away. Got it.
He's in Jordan mode right now. We're talking about adding post-up to his game, and this is kind of a mid-post situation, but it's a back-to-the-basket move. I like it when he stays squared up.
125, 122. High-scoring affair at Smoothie King Center. Edwards wants a tie. Cash!
He's cold-blooded.
Stripe on the season.
Ant's career high for points and a half is 30. He's done it twice.
Randall got it into Edwards. Edwards on the drive, got the lay. We are tied with 2.3 to go. A 40-point performance for Anthony Edwards.
Minnesota cleared space here for him. Jaden McDaniels makes this basket cut, but then cuts out to the strong side corner. Gobert's at the top of the floor, and he had to be guarded. Once the ball came back in bounds and everybody cleared.
Oh, Sadiq Bey had his...
I don't know what Sadiq Bey was doing.
Sadiq Bey was at his back to Edwards. Forty points for Ant in 42 minutes.
Yeah, just great execution though.
DiVincenzo playing defensive back. Edwards attacking, lefty lane. Timeout, New Orleans.
And this is why I say in basketball, there's so many other things you can do besides scoring. And getting that steal, reading the situation, fanning out back. You hear what I'm saying? It's a description. It's a description.
All night. Randall has 8 points in OT. Edwards to the rack.
Weak side rebound. Now Minnesota gives them a taste of their own medicine. Edwards, look out! Anthony Edwards gets three.
When he had time to collect playoff 2 and punctuate that thing rather than go for the style points.
Edwards high pick and roll. Sidestep, money.
Yeah, that's just target practice for him. That little mid-range sidestep, you can go ahead and count that as a lead.
Give it off to one of his teammates for an easy finish.
Timberwolves shoot at 37% from 3 on the season. They have yet to make one tonight. That's a little bit of an easier one.
On every possession, they're going to cut, they're going to move. You can't be caught sleeping.
Edwards, he's trying to claim a body. He levitated for the easy bucket. 5-point game. Edwards looking to put the head down. Again, just finds his spot.
Man, he can score anyway he wants. I mean,
Steal.
Yes, sir, boy.
Island can't hit that time. Gobert finally tracks it down. Oh, he saved it behind his head. Oh, put it in the bucket for Edwards.
Okay.
Crowds up on their feet now. Edwards. Oh, yeah.
That's how you get this crowd going on right there.
And one missed the free throw. Phoenix 2-0 on challenges tonight, but they are out the remaining of this game as Gobert
continues. In perpetual activity, generates 2 for this group.
Edwards, step away, bottom.
And grit.
Look for Ant to get going here. He's been quiet to start this half.
Back down, Allen, fade. That's easy.
He can just score whenever he wants.
The ball finds energy, and that's Colin Gillespie.
Edwards, again. Post game 2, smooth. Allen got a hand on it. Randall leaves it. Edwards. Dancing on Brooks. Edwards to the rim. That is special from Anthony Edwards.
Nasty.
That is tough. Great difficulty high.
He didn't even have the right hand on the ball there. That's a good point. Just shows you what a good switch, what a good new identity can do for a player. Really home.
Second chance, Edwards sticks the three.
Noah, it just seems like every.
Edwards. And one for Ant-Man.
Dunn's looking like what I do. You didn't beat him to the spot.
Full head of steam. And when that full head of steam is steaming.
See right here. You're not in position.
Edwards has a game high 34. Dancing on Dunn.
Oh my goodness.
Step away. Raindrops. Time before he starts chefing at the top level.
And you're not lying right here. Step back right there. Just too smooth, too silky for the score. Anthony Edwards, he feeling good. He cooking up something right here.
Rebound plucked down by Randall.
Didn't like it, didn't need it.
Edwards in transition. Just get out of his way. Highland on the outside. Jab. A lot of time coming off. Edwards drive all the way in for 2. 8.9 seconds left. Fifth 40-point game this season for Anthony Edwards. And a timeout called by Phoenix. They had 2.
We like the ball in Gillespie's hands. Brooks has lost steam here offensively. Has made some suspect decisions with the ball.
Going off thumb surgery. He is back and playing in his 3rd game. Edwards on the attack against Westbrook, right to the cup. The double clutch, it hangs on the rim and drops in.
Minnesota, by the way, has the least number of starting lineups, just 3 on the season. That's the fewest in the NBA.
It's been one of the big keys to success. Ant with a steal and a breakaway, and he will softly lay that one through.
Careless pass by Westbrook, just slinging it across the court.
Shooting team in the NBA, but over the last 6, those numbers have dropped. Edwards pulls up over Levine and drains the 3. Pull-up triple for Edwards. Free throw was no good, by the way, by Edwards. And the 3 ball is good. I think you take Shannon. Now to Edwards against Schroeder. Top of the key. And one dribble, sidesteps to his left, fires and hits.
Impossible
A
shot.
dozen points for Anthony Edwards here. Second longest streak in his career. Wolves able to force a miss. Here's Edwards wide open on the wing, and he drains the triple and knocks down his 3rd of the half.
A lot of guys are making that move now, and again, Ant, you see him, Keegan Murray trailing. The guy that comes back from a broken nose.
Yeah. Give it go.
How about that?
Edwards with the finish. He's up to 17 points. It's kind of like Damian Lillard with the O, right? For Ogden, Utah, for Oakland, for Oregon. Baseline drive and hammer for Anthony Edwards.
I knew you were with me.
Anthony Edwards with a little bit of space. Pulls up on the 3 and hits it. His 4th triple of the game. Edwards puts the Wolves up by 8. Edwards now with 7 to shoot. Crosses over on Schroeder. In the paint, reverse layup, he got it. Edwards had gone 5 straight games shooting under 50%. That ended Friday in Phoenix. And tonight he's 10 of 15 from the field. Looking to add to it, and he does.
Dante now is trying to close out to a guy like Keegan Murray, who's going to attack the closeout.
And the Wolves finally able to answer.
Dodge the bullet there.
Edwards on the move now, down the lane. He'll rise and hammer. Elevate and eviscerate Anthony Edwards. 19 in the second half in overtime. Here's Edwards against Achua. Steps through, scoops and scores. Here we go with 25.5 left. Edwards with it up top. Gets away from Murray and throws it down.